Right,
Ja.
guys, thank you for being here. The wonderful Nick Jordaan and James Boland. Ek onthou, ek het vir jou gebel. I said, James, I'd love to chat to you. And you said, well, there's this other guy here with me, and we write music together, which I found interesting. Because I found it confusing at first. Want jy's in Posduif, you in Rubber Duc.
Yeah. In Posduif.
That's what I want to discuss. So you are in 2 projects.
So Rubber Duc is Posduif essentially in terms of the members in the group.
Yes.
So Rubber Duc and Posduif are the exact same band members.
Yeah.
Posduif is better looking.
Posduif is better looking, maybe. Maybe they are.
Except Posduif, then James joins that group of people.
Okay.
And we sing Afrikaans music, and that is Posduif. Remove him.
And
English is Rubber Duc.
And you take over on vocals.
Then I take over vocals and lead on Rubber Duc, yeah.
You've both got beautiful voices, but you have a writing relationship. And you said earlier that you live in Joburg.
Ja, so die res van die band is almal in Joburg.
Ja.
En ek is hier so in die Kaap.
He used to be in Joburg, that's how he met. He lived in Joburg, and then he made the move that most Joburgers are trying to do at the moment.
Right.
Just come down to the Western Cape, yeah. He got it right 7 years ago about.
Yeah.
How do you manage both projects? So how did you decide to do an Afrikaans? Praat jy Afrikaans?
No.
I do. I will let die Afrikaans doen. Jy praat so 'n bietjie Afrikaans.
I really don't.
As Afrikaanse girls is dan gooi die taal.
Ek is Afrikaans, no. Not gonna work.
Yeah, no, I'd rather not say it. I understand it, I'm just really bad at speaking it, so I'd rather not.
So you write together and
Yes.
julle skryf baie goed saam.
Al Posduif is goed, skryf ek en hy saam, ja.
Yeah. So it's a codependent writing. It's just you get bands that just write very well together.
Yeah.
Individuals that write very well together.
Yeah.
Thinking of in the past which musicians worked like you guys do, you know. in terms of
Simon and Garfunkel did, I think.
Simon and Garfunkel.
I'm not actually sure. I haven't really done the
But I
research
mean,
on that.
you look at guys like Depeche Mode, and you look at Martin Gore, who writes most of the music, and Dave Gahan that sings it.
Yeah.
And the second they swap, it kind of doesn't really
Those are the same vibe.
work that way.
Yeah. That's interesting. I think we found a nice balance between, especially with Posduif, to get the writing to the sound that we really enjoy as well. It is a unique sound in the Afrikaans industry, the Posduif sound. It's not There's not really a Posduif sound out there, but it's yes man, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. It's our kind of escape for me in the writing is the Posduif stuff.
Because you're essentially a songwriter.
Yes.
And James actually bragged about you.
Ja, ek het hom ge-upsell, maar ja,
he's a really good salesman. Let's put it that way.
Do you do that for a living?
Ja, so hy skryf saam met well, you can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, like I've always been songwriting myself for Rubber Duc for many years, and then Posduif, and then during COVID we were hiring a studio in a room of a part of a studio called Muse Studios in Johannesburg, and COVID hits, and we were like, well, we've got no work now. We can't make money. We're unable to make money. We can't gig.
Yeah.
And so we had a chat with Hugo. Sorry, Hugo. I call him Hugo. Okay, with H. We had a chat with
Jordaan.
Exactly. So we had a chat with Hugo, and we said, look, let's start working together because there's nothing coming in. None of us can gig. And that's what we started doing. So we started writing a lot for independents, and then
Yeah.
So julle skryf dan you and Hugo write together.
Yeah, so Hugo and I write, and then Brendan Campbell, who's the guitarist in Posduif and Rubber Duc, produces.
I was wondering who's the producer behind it.
So we have like a whole little team, and then Emil, our bassist, he basically manages the processes. And now a lot of Afrikaans artists. He's not managing.
Bookings work and all.
Yeah.
So it's all in-house, really.
Yeah, we put it all in-house.
Maar ek dink die goeie ding daarvan is dan ken jy jou klank. You know, you understand your sound, you know, and that's that kind of unique sound that you guys have.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at the South African sound, you've got the sax player interests me a lot that you also share.
Yes.
Yes.
So tell me a bit about the sax player. Is it a very cool name?
Sax players have always been a tough one for us. They're they've never been the most reliable things.
What's wrong with you, sax players?
Yeah, you're gonna love that.
I thought it was the drummers.
If anyone's changed more in our group, it's been the sax players. But I guess it's just one of those things. I think we've played with 5 different saxophonists now.
Ja, soos nou ons het aan die begin die band geloof. Wel, Rubber Duc het altyd 'n sax player gekry,
Sheldon Chan, he was the original member.
Ja, so toe ons Posduif begin het, is hy obviously deel van Posduif gewees. En hy het toe later besluit om sy eie ding te doen.
Yeah, and then we had KB, and then from KB we got Malusi now, who's with us most of the time, but he's also in the Jägermeister Brass Cartel.
Okay.
Who travel the world all the time. So when he's traveling with them, we use another guy called Godfrey, and if we're in Cape Town, we got Raven Huntsman, and we got
die saxophones is nie meer deel Gawie wat dis van die American Orchestra.
Ja.
So die saxofoonspeler is nie meer deel van die band permanent is, maar
So hoekom was dit belangrik vir julle om if the sax players are giving you such hard?
It's just the sound.
Dis net iets anders. Toe ons het begin het. Of begin het verseker met Posduif ons begin het was daar nie regtig veel sax in die Afrikaanse bedryf gewees.
Ja, dis eintlik waar.
Maar dis 'n vibe, dis en live translated is next level. Dit gee
the energy is great.
atmosfeer.
If you look at Jerry Rafferty, Baker Street, that solo, that saxophone solo and Keeler's Whisper, I think that is one of the most beautiful sax sounds.
Yeah.
Weet dit al buite.
And simply the best.
I forgot about it.
That's a solo, man.
That's the sax.
That's a solo.
Ons het 'n stukkie van dit in ons show ingebring is maar.
Ja.
Wat doen julle in terme van die Brendan, did he play leads and the how does the two translate to each other, the saxophone and the
So the lead guitar, Brendan's he's got a great production ear. So for him it's more about getting the sound of the sound right or what he plays. So he just really complements the sax is our lead instrument.
So that's
so they don't break into solos each. You know, they don't play so
there's no eruption from Van Halen.
Exactly. No, Brendan just plays what needs to be played, but he's really good at the tone and the sound that he's able to produce. It's like he's got a great ear for that. And the saxophone is our lead instrument.
That's so fascinating. The one guy that you have to replace is your lead.
Yeah.
But I suppose that's the atmosphere of the sound that you're creating. It's definitief there's an overlap tussen Posduif in Rubber Duc in terme van klank.
Ja, daar is die ding is ons verseker van 'n Posduif oogpunt af, daar is nie baie amazing Afrikaanse bands, maar meeste van die artists daar buite is nie vol bands nie. So om daai bandklank te kry, ons is 6 ouens wat op stages byvoorbeeld dis 'n groot show aan te sit en so ek dink die klank en die live show vir ons gaan baie oor production. As jy 'n Posduif show kom kyk, dis die song is gelink, daar's hele elemente wat gebeur. Dis 'n production. En ek dink dieselfde met die klank wanneer ons songs skryf of songs produce, gaan dit wil ons daai live band klank inwerk.
Maar dis baie anders die studio opnames en die actual live die optredes. En om daai twee te komplementeer, nee.
Ja, en daar is so 80s profiel
we love that sound. We love that sound.
What's your favorite? Are you George Michael your favorite?
Definitely George Michael.
Do you like George Michael?
Yeah, you love George Michael.
What's your favorite 80s?
Hey, let's wait at that.
I thought it was Flock of Seagulls because.
Okay, I don't know who Flock of Seagulls is.
Well, the thing is, it's Rubber Duc.
Okay.
The Birds. Other bands with birds in it.
Alright, yeah, I get it.
With you guys and birds, but.
Man, I don't know.
What is it with the birds?
It was, I think that when we started Rubber Duc, it was I don't know. We weren't actually gonna be. It was never gonna be called Rubber Duc. That was actually a DJ dance project we were working on.
But start like. Where did Rubber Duc come from? Like, how did the whole thing start?
That's what I'm saying. It was
how you write music. You said let's start from the beginning and then work our way through the song. I can just
something like that. But with Rubber Duc, we were actually planning on being a DJ duo.
Yeah, like a duo that plays with saxophone.
No, not even. We didn't even think of saxophone at that point. So it was Brendan could produce music, and we were like, well, I can sing. Let's create some like dance duo. We don't know how to DJ, but that's fine. If you watch Swedish House Mafia, I saw Swedish House Mafia the other day again at Hangout Fest in Joburg.
Yeah.
I don't think they do anything on stage.
It's not like they're prodigy.
I reckon, don't
tell anyone.
Don't say it. I reckon they basically got a flash drive and they plug it in. And I think it's a preset set. I really think it is. And I think, because if you look at the cameras, on the stage by the deck, they got like, it's like material that's just kind of like hanging around.
So they could just put in a flash drive.
And you can kind of see their hands are doing something, but not exactly what they're doing.
Did they have a camera on the controller?
No, there's no camera at all on the controller.
But can I just ask you, do you know this because of the way you play keys on music videos?
Yes, because I fake it all the time.
Wow.
And yeah, I can't play keys. Any music video you see me playing keys in, I know how to sell it.
There's a lot of guys at mime.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys at
Milli
mime.
Vanilli, you know what I'm saying? They did it.
Shame. Don't talk
They
about
did
it.
it. Yeah.
It's not their fault.
But yeah, I think it's interesting. But
that's interesting because normally they have a camera op die controller and you can see what they're doing.
I think a lot of the guys, because it's such a big production, it's like everything synced to everything. It's like it's so mad that why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you do that?
Well, there's something about the element of live, perhaps, or not.
Or you're making a hell of a lot of money and you're going to South Africa and just standing in front of people. But it's really good. Listen, it was an incredible show.
All right.
And what I was trying to get to
what are you getting?
is that we wanted to do the same thing.
Swedish Mafia.
We wanted to do the same thing. We wanted to go and plug a flash drive in that was a pre-recorded mixed show. You know
which is live.
We were going to wear duck suits. And as the beat dropped, we were going to like just break out like a flap around. And that was going to be called Rubber Duc.
You know, that's weird, but it's okay.
That is,
exactly, but it's more the show. You know, Dead Mouse wears his hand.
Were you drinking while you were making these plans?
Yes.
Well, they're just putting in a flash drive, so.
Yes. And then that was going to be called Rubber Duc. And then what happened was a friend of ours, a band, he was put a show together and a band pulled out. He said, please, can you guys do something? He knew we could both play guitar and the acoustic duo thing. So I said, okay, cool, lekker. And he said, I need a name to go to print because I need to get the advertising out. It's happening this weekend. So we're like, oh, it's a bit late for your advertising. But anyway, it's Rubber Duc. We'll go with Rubber Duc, take it quickly. And then we were booked for a music festival immediately after that. Then Rubber Duc happened for a few years. And then we actually performed at one of his venues, his restaurants in Johannesburg.
You have a restaurant in Johannesburg?
We used to own a
music venue.
Yeah, he used to own a Premier Piatti. He used to own a Premier.
No.
In Lifestyle Centre and a sushi restaurant. Love sushi. And then they booked us for a gig and then we met him. And we just became we just got along really well, became good mates. And when we came down to Cape Town, we were drinking lekker whiskey here at Somerset West, 2 a.m. Let's write an Afrikaans song. Okay, cool, we can do this.
Oh, that's amazing.
Why don't we start an Afrikaans band? Well, we have a whole band here. This makes sense.
Look,
this makes sense.
Yeah.
And we wrote our first song. What are we going to call it? Well,
we Rubber Duc.
Rubber Duc, it's like a bird, I guess. In a sense.
Dit het van ons gesê. Wat van Posduif? Dit maak sin.
That's cool.
Posduif is those cool guys that have a message. And they were used for intelligence.
Yeah.
It's a great name.
Yeah. So that long story.
But then it's one thing to have an idea. You know, I think a lot of people make drunken decisions sometimes. And it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
How did you actually how did it work your synchronicity in terms of writing? Jy weet, iemand kom na jou huis en jy begin 'n musiek saam skryf. Dis 'n ander storie, jy weet.
Dit is ons het was dit baie soos net saam rondgeneek, saam met gitaar en so voor maar ja, om saam te skryf en dit vir dit om regtig te werk. Dan moet gel, jy weet, jy moet kan saam skryf. En veral omdat hy gewoond is voor dit het hy altyd net vir Rubber Duc geskryf.
Ja.
Op sy eie meestal. So, maar die Posduif ding werk lekker want dit gee dis 'n ander vibe, die reels is anders. Die Engelse musiek se reels is anders as Afrikaanse musiek. En nou dat hy saam met Hugo skryf, wanneer hy en Hugo skryf, is die reels wat hulle doen baie anders wat ons doen. Posduif se musiek, die laaste paar singles is baie ek wil nie die woord commercial gebruik, maar dit is meer, jy weet,
vatbaar miskien vir die gehoor.
Ja, waar die goed wat ons love om te skryf, en ons nou besig met ons nuwe album, is lyrically is wat ons is bietjie meer kompleks, melodically speel ons 'n bietjie rond. Ja, dis meer poetic, dis meer die konsepte waar ons skryf. Nie dat enigiets fout is met Bokkie Rokkie Sokkie, nee. Dis cool ook.
Want dis interessant wat jy sê.
Maar maar ja, die Posduif goed is nie noodwendig dit nie.
Jy het al vir Kurt Darren en daai ouens ontmoet, sê.
Dit is 'n baie goeie vriend van ons.
Nou, as jy nou kyk na daai twee musiek en jy's reg, want is baie keer net die kunstenaar, weet Nadine. Julle is 'n groep, Posduif en is hoe onderskei jy jouself met daai? Want I mean that music sells, you know, it's
Kurt sê altyd die lekker ding is dat sy iPad geen nie so baie moeilikheid met my band weggee nie. So
it's like what? You'd be surprised.
Ja.
maar ja, dit is anders, dit is anders. Ons het dit al probeer. Ons sê okay, kom ons gaan net skryf, ons gaan net probeer skryf vir 'n treffer, jy weet, ons gaan nou 'n banger probeer skryf. Dit moet ook met jou resonate. Dit moet ook en kyk, daar moet 'n element van commercial. So jy moet dink oor die audience en wat vir die audience gaan werk. Maar ja, ek dink as die musiek nie vir jou werk nie, veral met Posduif, omdat die res van die ouens het klaar so baie ander goed wat hulle ook by betrokke is. Ons Posduif is regtig iets wat ons doen omdat ons lief is vir dit. Ons love dit wat ons doen, ons love die tipe musiek. Dis lekker om ek bedoel so solos byvoorbeeld werk nie regtig op radio nie. Jy weet dit is nie, hulle wil nie regtig soos blank solos nie. Ons skryf goed met komplekse bridges en solos goed wat aangaan en bou.
It's amazing. Ek gaan dit definitief op my radio show speel en you know, I love that kind of thing. Maar it has to resonate with you. Jy weet, dis nie net slap bang. So as jy nou kyk na julle Brandy Brandy special.
That resonates very much.
And then that resonates.
That's as authentic as you can get. Except us dancing on Loftus was terrible.
Actually, I watched it last night, and I thought.
Do you recognize this guy?
What I got from it was, and I think that's why I love music so much. It's that balance between the technique and humor.
Yeah.
And if you can't laugh at yourself, I mean, there has to be an element of fun, right?
It's embarrassing what you have to do.
Yeah.
But that's the reason why we did it. The reason why we did it, we thought that the 5 men dancing on Loftus,
that can't really dance.
Choreographed dancing on Loftus, they can't dance, would do better than us trying to get the typical socky rocky bookie, get 5 chicks in bikinis dancing around us.
Listen, that
we were like,
I want to interview Jay because he's always got the you know.
Yeah.
But did you have someone behind the camera that was dancing with you?
Ons het 'n choreographer gehad wat daai dans vir ons uitgewerk. Ons gaan oefen by sy.
Dit was die Paula Abdul. Jy ken ons se Paula Abdul.
Dis 'n goeie vriend van Nick Jordaan. Dit sê hy het vir ons die hele ding.
But I don't think Loftus knew what they were getting themselves into when that thing went on.
Maar dit is cool en ek sê dit sê ons het van. Ons het soos ons kuier soos vir ons is jy moet van die skryf, ons lag, die musiekvideo's is altyd 'n groot jol, die live shows is altyd 'n groot jol.
But the best thing I think with that video, not going back to it, was that we got so much hate, like so much hate, but it was great.
We also got a lot of love out of it.
We did, but that was the point.
Why did you get hate? Why?
You always get the trolls, man. You always get the trolls that just want to say something for the sake of saying something. Where
I'm going to copy your dance and I'm going to try and do it professionally.
Yeah, so we got a lot of hate, but we worked out how we could convert those haters to fans. And what we did, the way we did that was we would reply with memes that we would come up with the Posduif branding. So they gave us a really bad, shitty comments. We'd be like, okay, cool. And we would reply with the meme. What's the ones like?
Ja, presies. Ons het 'n foto van 'n braaibroodjie gaan. Ons kan nie almal gelukkig maak nie. Ons is nie 'n braaibroodjie nie.
Ons gaan nou die meme wys in hierdie
Yeah, and then we'd come up with all these different ones.
Ons kan nie almal gelukkig maak nie. Ons is nie 'n braaibroodjie nie.
O, okay. Dis
net so.
Ja.
Weet jy, as dit so erg is, moet net kyk nie.
Ja.
Dat jy soveel haat dat jy vir 3.5 minute lank jy moet nie moeder wees.
Maar jy dans dan nie.
I mean, I can't even watch it for 3 minutes. What do you mean? How did you do? Then you comment on it. Like, why?
I watched twice. I thought it was great.
Dit is baie en daai dans werk nog steeds. Ons lag want toe ons nou 'n nuwe show bymekaar gesit het, soos okay, sal ons dit insit of nie? Dit was 'n groot discussion.
Ja.
Maar dit werk en dan ons roep gewoonlik mense op stage en hy wys hulle op die dans.
So it actually gives something to talk about. Is it or not? I don't know. Maar baie interessant. Dis 'n interessante bemarkingstegniek. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'll have beer next time.
No, it's nice. I'm gonna spill water. Yeah, because you can't see the branding.
There's actually alcohol.
Yeah.
Maar I think
you can have that much whiskey in it.
No, it's a lot of whiskey.
Yeah.
That's why you need a flash drive.
100%.
Just to interrupt, thank you very much to DVCom Tools that's sponsoring this. They, he David van der Spey is a composer, and he does Hallian instruments. It's wonderful, and it's he works with Steinberg. They bring it out, and it's transverse and hybrid hit. So transverse helps you if you're doing electronic music to put things in sync. It makes your workflow, your creative flow much easier, and hybrid hit has those pounding impact beats, and one is €68.
Oh wow!
But we are giving you both today, and we hope it helps you if you are working with Hallian, which you can just download.
Amazing.
And we really hope that helps your music creativity flow.
Thanks.
With that, so that's a gift from DVCom Tools.
Oh, great! Thank you, guys.
Yay.
Thank you.
All right, but we were talking about marketing in terms of that. So in no sense South Africa, jy wil nou musiek maak. So you said something interesting. You said it's better to bring out a single than an album. At one point, am I misquoting you? What do you think is the thing of bringing out an album? Because we can't, it's a mission to bring out an album, or do you rather bring out a single and dance on Loftus?
I think it's super important to start with a single. I think obviously because with a single you can kind of I said the analogy to him the other day. If you're going to release an album, especially if you're starting out, it's like taking a shotgun, standing far away from a target, and taking a shot at it and just spraying music into the world.
Okay.
Whereas with a single, it's a direct approach, targeted approach.
Right.
You can really put everything behind that one single, and you will get more streams naturally. If you look on the album that we released, from song 1 to 10. Naturally, number 9 and 10 don't have nearly as many listens as number 1.
Right.
And that's the whole music scene and industry has completely changed since streaming. Completely.
That's a big thing.
Mense sit die album aan luister regtig die album.
Ja.
Nee, dis nie soos dat hulle nou Division Bell luister van Pink Floyd en dan die album nie.
Yes.
They come out.
And you used to go to Musica, you used to walk into Musica, you used to look at the 1 to 10, and you used to buy that album, you used to put it in your car, and that was the album you listened to on repeat from song 1 to 10.
Yes.
So what's happened is the Musica display has become a playlist on Apple Music. And now it's not albums, but it's singles. And you want to be on that number 1 to 10 on the curated playlists on Apple Music and Spotify.
Okay.
That's what you're aiming for, and that's the new Musica shelf in a sense.
Ja, as
people buy from.
As jy klaar as jy singles klaar is en jy weet as jy klaar ek wil hulle dit nou gedoen met Elof.
But then you need to do the album.
Ja, as jy klaar 'n paar songs met Resonate en jy doen dan 'n album. Dan weet jy klaar mense luister klaar en hulle weet klaar wie jy is.
Dit is amper die moeite werd maar julle album van dit vat.
En jy skryf anders as jy 'n album skryf. As jy 'n album skryf kan jy weet jy dink ek wil hierdie ene ek gaan ons nou 'n kuierliedjie. Daai hierdie een is 'n dieper liedjie. Hierdie een is eintlik net vir ons. Weet hierdie een is net vir die audience. So jy kan op 'n ander manier dink aan dit. Waar as jy singles skryf, moet jy gaan vir wat dink jy gaan.
But also if I look at Lof, like what's also crazy is like you have 1 or 2 songs that are doing exceptionally well. You have to then do an EP or an album because otherwise you're going out, you're gigging and you're playing 2 songs that are your own and then the rest is cover, so you got to build your set.
Yes.
So then you do the album. Whether he needs to do another album again, I don't think so.
Then you can bring out singles.
He's already got a great set,
That's actually very good advice because I think a lot of, especially in South Africa, we think, we must bring out an album. It's like a very daunting thing. I need at least 8 tracks to be on a... Instead of bringing out an EP, and down, and then hitting them with that. That's very good advice,
Yeah. Although we're doing another album.
In the same way.
Because we tried that single approach.
Dis 'n ander, maar dis 'n ander rede.
Hoe is die mark dan anders in terme van die Engelse mark en die Afrikaanse mark? En daar koop Afrikaanse mense, ek het gehoor, hulle koop albums, hulle koop CD's, is dit waar?
They still do, yeah. I love the Afrikaanse market.
Ja, dit is baie anders. Die Afrikaanse en dit is wat ek ook lief van dit is. Afrikaanse mense luister Afrikaanse musiek.
Ja.
Hulle support Afrikaanse musiek. Dis awesome. Dis en die mense wat lief is vir Afrikaanse musiek is nie soos bietjie lief of hulle is passionate oor dit. So hulle koop dit, hulle gaan live shows toe, hulle support, hulle luister elke aand aan hulle braai.
It's amazing.
Week, so dis baie cool. Dis moeilik in die Engelse bedryf. Want onthou jy compete teen soos al die Engelse artists in die wêreld.
Reg so.
So dit is baie.
So dis eintlik 'n baie ander tipe benadering dan is die Engelse mark in terme van the singles maybe for the more if I can categorize it like that and then die Afrikaanse ene Or would you put the same, would you say if you're an Afrikaans artist also to bring out a single?
If you're Afrikaans artist, I'd only do singles.
Mm.
If you're an Afrikaans artist, I'd start with singles, and that's what I'd do, unless you've built yourself up to a point where you need a full set. The first album is always necessary so that you can fill your set with enough of your own songs.
Okay.
So it's always good to have a body of work at some point. But I think after that first one, I reckon you can really see singles is just the way to go.
En onthou daar's nie geld in streaming.
Ek wil dit nou hoor.
Daar is niks geld in. Ek wil jy moet soos crazy volumes doen om regtig geld te maak.
So jy maak nie, hoe maak jy jou geld?
Live shows.
In Suid-Afrika het ek dit al oor en oor gehoor. So daai is amper maar net advertensies. It's actually quite sad. I mean, just, you know, people stealing and pirating music.
Dis hoekom dit so moeilik is. Mense verstaan nie regtig die record labels nie. Hulle dis
dis wat ek nou wil hoor.
Daar's hierdie perception, hulle is hierdie evil, jy weet alles net oor corporate money making. Dit is nie regtig. Dis 'n flippin tough besigheid waar hulle is. Want hulle dit kos 'n klomp geld om te record en te produce en musiekvideo's maak, en dan moet jy hierdie artiste goed daar buite is en jy hoop dit vat. En nie almal se goed gaan vat nie. En dan maak jy geld op streams wat soos, I don't even know what the number is, like 0,02 iets cent.
You can actually Google it.
Ja, it's just
but I will actually have to take a look because it's concerning.
Maar dis baie mense, hulle kort so stupid nommers om geld te maak, en dan is dit ook nie asof hulle miljoene maak van 'n artist af nie. So die trick is daarom is live shows.
So dan is dit is ook meer so belangrik as by live show element. So julle kyk nie na musiek as 'n terme van ongelukkig as 'n income, streaming income nie. Julle moet, you have to play live in order to, let's say,
our streaming income, well, from Rubber Duc's point of view, it just literally just covers our expenses, the business expenses that you know.
I really want to say to people,
plugins we use, like small things. It's really just that's what we use the streaming income for, and then we make the money off the shows. But it's I mean, also with record labels, it's they've also had to shift into, so basically now with record labels, no one's signing new artists for albums anymore. They're signing them for 3 single deals basically. So what they get is what they call the artist development deal. Right. So it's like they're saying, like I told you, the analogy with the gun, like the scope and taking one shot at a time, is you've got 3 singles. How do we make it stick? And if these 3 singles ain't working,
then next.
Yeah. And you guys are lucky because you were asked by a record label to join.
Yes.
Ons by Select en Platinum Musiek. Posduif and Nick Jordaan.
Dis wonderlik dat hy vir julle gevat het.
It's amazing.
Very cool.
And Adams.
Yeah, so the streaming elements of thing, and obviously the live playing. But I want to talk about your songwriting again, because I just think it's interesting. If you look at what, in your opinion, would you say is one of your favorite songwriters, would you say, in South Africa?
Yeah.
And also, I would say, in music history, who would you put out there as well? Who do you look up to in terms of music writers? I would say that's successful. Because Prince wrote for Manic Monday. He wrote that.
Yes.
Sia wrote Shine Bright Like a Diamond.
Ryan Tedder writes for everyone from Republic. He writes for everyone. But again, it also depends on market you're looking in. Like Ryan Tedder for me is, in terms of a pop writer, commercial songwriter, he's insane. Max Martin is a monster. He wrote Britney Spears' "Hit Me Baby One More Time."
This actually, that's what you're aiming to try and write.
That's what I'm, something like that.
But the Swedish have a different way of writing. For them, it's all about phonetics, what sounds good phonetically. Okay. What does "Hit Me Baby One More Time" really mean? I Want It That Way by Backstreet Boys. What does it really mean? But phonetically, it works with the melody. And the Swedes are very, very good at that. It doesn't need to make much sense as long as phonetically it sounds nice.
Well, when you write a song, are you looking, you've got a song in your head, and you go to James and you say, James, I've got a song in my head. Is it keeping James in mind? I'm thinking in terms of, if you write a script, you kind of think, I'm looking at this actor. Would you, who have you written for? You've written for...
Yeah.
Yes, and what are you looking at in the future to write for more artists?
So it depends on the artist. If we're looking at a young kid, we'll get them into the studio and we'll look at their ability, and then we'll say, okay, cool. We're probably going to call on you if we have something that we feel will work for you.
works with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what happened with Olof. Olof was he came into our studio with his vocal coach, and he played some of his own stuff. Funny enough, Elof doesn't listen to the music that we make with him. He loves Noah Khan. He loves like very different stuff to what the music that he makes.
Yes.
And he was there playing very singer-songwriter acoustic kind of stuff, and we're like, this kid is really, really good. He's really good.
Yeah.
So when he left, we said to him, cool man, if we have something for you in the future, we'll keep you in mind.
Yes.
We then wrote Johnny Blow. Johnny Blow was initially written for Jay, you can see.
Okay.
Originally.
Right.
Yeah. And for some reason that didn't happen. And we said, remember that kid that came into the studio?
So you thought of him.
Yeah.
Okay.
We said, let's get him into the studio, let's track him. And then he came to the studio, we tracked Johnny Blow. We sent it to Select. They signed him. And the rest was history with him. Where are we now?
The question is, who have you written for?
Oh, who have we written for? Okay.
Can we edit the dogs out? We can edit the dogs out, right? AI. All right, we can carry on.
That's how it started.
Yes.
But otherwise, written for and with. I like to say that more because often people can say, oh, I wrote that song. So I've written with Hugo Liddick.
And you write with.
And with James Boland. We write together, and we've written for and with Elof, Wilma van Heerden, with Kurt Darren, with Rikke Snell, with Arnie Jordaan. No, for Arnie Jordaan. There's a lot. It's constant. We're writing with Jan now at the moment. It's Caroline Grace, Leah's new one with her. It's getting busy.
It's amazing that's what you do and that's what you're aiming to write.
The amazing thing is dat ek onthou seker so 8 jaar terug wat ons gekuier het toe gebraai het by my huis het ek vir hom begin lees Afrikaans musiek. Inteendeel Koos kom wys wat 'n legend is.
Ek love
Koos. Koos het Jan Simmers gewees gespeel. Wat is dit like Sunset Sundays or something like that. En toe sê ek vir Nick, as jy na die Afrikaanse bedryf wil inkom, moet jy met vir Koos kom kyk die vlieg af en
ja, so jy het baie beïnvloed op daai oomblik in terme van die Afrikaanse goed. Want Afrikaanse lirieke, it's not like hit me baby, what jy kan nie sê slat my poppie een keer. It's a ander slat my poppie nog een keer. Slat hom poppie.
Yeah, that's a song.
See, I just do it automatically. Slat my poppie nog een keer.
That's funny.
Ja, verstaan. So die lirieke met Posduif, is jy meestal daar, is dit meestal jou lirieke?
Ek kan niks skryf soms. Hy is meeste van die melody. En ek sal insaag gee. Die lirieke sit ons in werk som ek sal lei obviously want ek praat Afrikaans, maar ons skryf 100% saam. Posduif se lirieke is anders en ek dink dis waar die verskil ook ons het vroeër gesê tussen van die ander goed. Weet soos 'n is net gehad om die voorbeeld te gebruik, maar soos lekker op my trekker.
Ja.
Jy weet, is 'n successful song, is 'n great song.
Ja.
Baby Chocolates.
Of Baby Chocolates,
Ja.
great and successful song, maar dis die Posduif.
Nee.
Jy weet, ons herinner my of selfs Brandy Special, jy weet dis of vat jou en ek wil
Ek het gisterand geluister.
sê ek wil daai dis actually ons track wat ek dink die beste doen by ver is 'n fun track, maar die ons probeer die lirieke ja, en 'n bietjie ek weet nie, dit maak vir ons, dis vir ons baie belangrik om dat die rhyme schemes en dat poetically dat dit sin maak. Ons
En ook ritmies, nee, want daar's niks erger in 'n Afrikaanse liedjie vir my as die ritme is net heeltemal daarmee heen. Dis nie 'n maklike taal dink ek om altyd in te skryf nie.
Ek
wat dink jy?
Ja, hy dink vir partykeer frustrerend vir hom omdat hy dink in Engels en jy kan sê, maar ek dink Afrikaans is verskriklik and I wanted to say descriptive, which kind of defeats the object. Maar ja, ek love it om Afrikaans te skryf. Ek dink die trick is om nie, hoe hou jy dit min genoeg kompleks en selfs van 'n melody oogpunt af. Ons gister gesin praat oor skryf.
Ja.
And what are those guys with 4 chords? That example.
Axis of Awesome.
Axis of Awesome. Hulle doen so wat jy weet al die pop songs doen op 4 chords. Ek bedoel
yeah, the same progression repeated.
Dis die ultimate in the sense. En so dit is baie keer is baie keer skryf ons sê guys just bring dit net 'n bietjie terug want jy
Want as jy kyk na die ook wat ek nie kan verstaan nie. Okay, dit is ek vra nou maar vir jou. Afrikaanse musikant is. Ek kan nie verstaan dat van die lirieke in Afrikaans kon vir my Afrikaans gewees het. Hoekom dan is dit baie keer Engels? Ek kan dit nie altyd verstaan nie. Met ander woorde, dieselfde Afrikaanse woord kon Afrikaans gewees het en dan verander hulle dit na Engels toe. Dis my baie anders met Gert Kloknel. Dis my baie anders met Koos Kombuis as hy Engelse woord daar sit. 'n bicycle sonder 'n slot. Jy weet, dit is vir my maar baie keer ek weet nie. Dit is net vir my interessant dat op baie keer 'n Engelse woord is en dink ek maar dit kon 'n Afrikaanse woord gewees. Hoekom is dit
it's the phonetics again. That's what we talk about. It's phonetically bicycle sonder 'n slot sounds better than fiets
sonder 'n slot. Maar wat van Axel Legend? Daai liedjie, want hoekom is dit nie Axel Legende? Ek weet
it doesn't sound as good.
It doesn't.
It actually doesn't.
That's
is dit wat dit
en ek dink is relatability. Soos jy's 'n legend, bro. Waar jy gesê jy's 'n legende. Ek wil dit is wat jy vir jou pa wil sê, nie vir jou.
We often when we write, we'll go like I'll think in English and it'll be like a beautiful word. Yes, it's such a nice word. What is that in Afrikaans?
Onweerskynlik.
And then you hear it and you're like, hell no, this is not. Let's move on. Let's move on. Sometimes the English thing is it's trendy. The kids start speaking like that, dropping English in here and there. But at the end of the day, if we do this whole Swedish approach where it phonetically sounds good, rather go for something that's going to sound phonetically better than something that's linguistically not 100%.
Ek is amper so digterlike vryheid, soos wat freedom to take.
There's the whole thing of like Higu hates it when we don't use nie at the end of a sentence, like you know.
Van Posduif doen ons.
We are, yeah, he hates it.
Want dit werk nie met die musiek nie. It's like hit me baby one more time.
you waiting for
I was like to resolve.
Dis daai liedjies in my kop.
Ja.
Wat is dit? Slat my
poppie nog een keer.
Slat my poppie nog een keer.
Ek as jy uitdruk sal as jy credits gee.
Kan ek dit sing? Ek wil die poppie weet. Ja, maar ek verstaan wat jy bedoel want dit was vir my nogal 'n ding gewees.
En die literasie is ook belangrik soos Rihanna Nel se nuwe ene
Rihanna now.
Ja, wat
or Carlene's one.
Well, Carlene's nuwe is ook.
Between the two.
Maar en ek vergeet ek soos
van die alliterasie.
Ja, die alliterasie is die manier wat dit val, jy weet die manier wat jy dit sê.
Ja.
Is ook belangrik. So partykeer sal en ek het regtig nie voorbeeld nou net in my kop gehad.
Nee, ek verstaan net as ek wat ek geluister na
musiek wat die woorde sê en jy wil hê mense moet dit kan saam sing ook. So jy te vinnig praat of te vinnig op mekaar volg met moeilike woorde, dan gaan mense nie kan saam sing nie. Dit raak te
Well, you can use the most complex words in the world if you want to. It's all about how you phrase them and and how you use them in a cadence. If you can get that word out and it's phrased really cool,
then you can actually
that's not saying that people, but that's not saying if people can get it.
Yes, yeah. It's like it's you can music, you can do anything, but just phonetically it's got to sound nice.
I think it's the rhythm, right?
Cadence, the rhythm, phrasing.
Because the word becomes like it's a kind of a drive to it, you know. En lirieke is moeilik. Veral in Afrikaans om dit te laat.
I mean, what is that big song now? Is it called Go Down or something like that? That like Nigerian song. No, that one.
Oh, I love that song.
You do?
Yeah, I love that song.
But all he's doing is down.
I'll actually put the link below. It's beautiful.
What?
It's beautiful.
It's great.
It's like that alors dance, which was written on Fruity Loops. The night before.
It's.
So it's. I think I get it in terms that you're looking more at the song as a whole. And it makes sense to me now how I see the two of you collaborating.
But also,
you sing it.
But also the hook is super important. Like what?
Talk to me about
the hook. The hook is super important. You can have many hooks in a song. You can have counter hooks in a song. So in a verse, you have a melody that's running a counter melody. That's still that can be a hook. You can have a play out with the hook. If you take Impulsief by Bartu.
Yes.
The whistle. That thing.
Yeah.
That is the hook of the song. Right. That is the main hook of the song. When it hits that drop, if that thing wasn't in that song, it would not be what it is.
Yes.
In the way it's produced.
That's the kind of, I would say, the line.
That is the hooky line. That's what everyone waits for. That's why everyone listens
you've got this thing stuck in my head, this ding, this dialing.
Yeah, the hook. So I think that's what you try and write. So if we try to write choruses now, we've taken a whole new approach where we'll start writing choruses. So we'll say on a Friday, we're just going to write choruses. We're going to write choruses.
What?
We're going to write chorus melodies. Yeah.
And then you write the verse
and then
after.
we'll write that way. So we'll write chorus and we'll build it out.
Interesting.
Because then often you write a really good verse.
And then you can't think of the chorus. Does it happen to you before you're like...
Hey, nou is die verse se gedink, hoe lig ek dit hiervan af?
How do I take it from the verse to the chorus? That's very good advice to actually have a day of chorus writing.
Yeah. I think it's different. Look, I mean,
so do you drink coffee while you do this?
What do you drink when you...
Ons gaan vanmiddag skryf so. Ons gaan 'n brandewynkie
We could have it 2 in the morning.
Is it chorus day or is it verse day or is it hook day?
Dis
probably hook day.
Ons het een liedjie oor vir die album so.
Ja.
Tussen nou en môre aand.
Een liedjie oor vir die album. Vertel my gou van die album. Ek wil hoor. Nie gou nie, maar sê vir my die album.
Ja.
La 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 la.
Ja.
So ons is baie bevoorreg om op die eerste album het ons die Sama gewen vir album van die jaar. Laas jaar. So
beste pop album.
Die beste pop album.
Lot of pressure. Well, actually not, because it's wonderful. Well done.
Dit was my.
Yeah, we had a huge party. Yes.
I don't know if Sama realized what happened to them when you walked in.
Oh, it was rough, man. But it was
ja, ek het oggend wakker geword of sit my sis so die bed wakker geword.
Het jou vrou saam gegaan of she just sent you?
Sy was ook daar gewees. So dit was dit het glad nie verwag nie. So dit was amazing. Dit was regtig amazing geweest. En dis actually kom ons besluit het om weer 'n album te doen want as ek gesê dit gee ons freedom om te skryf meer as net om vir singles te skryf. Ja. So nou ja, dit is nogal pressure want jy wil graag goed genoeg skryf om weer dit te kan doen en jy wil dit ook commercially werk. So
en jy wil ook soos wat jy gesê het aan jouself ook, stay true to the sound, nee? Ja.
So dit vat maar baie brandewyn tequila basically.
Ja,
ek dink so. Ek dink mens kan
you lose a few years.
Enough of it.
Ja, so is dit een sang hoor, ons is besig, ons het nou die eerste paar is klaar production, ons het gister die mixes gekry, eerste mixes gekry van 'n paar van hulle.
Nou van Brendan
van Hulle. So Brendan produce al ons goed.
Okay.
So ek en hy skryf, dan gaan dit en dan produce Brendan alles en die groep doen die mixes. En dan
and we'll master it. I think we used Tim Langfeld, I think.
Yes.
You know Tim?
Yes.
Yeah,
he's very good.
Yeah, he's really good. He's actually based here somewhere.
He's in Stellenbosch.
That's the guy.
Ja, so mastering en dan so hopelik middelmaart is ons klaar. Dis die aim, so nog een paar lekker dis 'n lekker verskeidenheid weer. Die ding met die eerste album vir ons is ook ons wil graag jy moet dit kan aansit regdeur luister. Dit vat jou op 'n journey.
Dis die ding.
En die nuwe dis die 10 of 12 songs wat dieselfde kan hom net vibe is.
Ek is een van daai mense wat die hele album eers moet deurluister. En jy weet want die keuse die liedjie keuses waar dit is, die plasing alles. Maar ek wil net gevra, moet julle saam wees as julle skryf of stuur julle vir mekaar hoeks en goeders want jy bly in Johannesburg?
Yeah, we normally write when we're together. We did a writing camp. We did a writing camp in May, I think. We went to a game farm called Kalali, and we just set up the drums and everything, just got vibes down, the whole band, just to get vibes down. And also the first night, what we did was we just because in Afrikaans concept is super important. A concept can be everything. Boonop, for instance, the concept is the Afrikaners relate to it, and it
must be relatable.
It must be relatable.
Kalahari Ferrari.
Yeah, so I'll tell you. So we were busy at Kalali, and the whole first night as we got there, we said we're not going to pick up instruments. We're going to think of concepts. Let's go.
And so we just game drive.
Yeah. The game ranger was the funniest guy, and he was just dropping these gold.
Was it deel?
Brilliant. So the whole first night was just concept. Hugo's got a whole, he's got a whole on his notes, just concept. If you have concepts, just write it down.
Okay.
And then what we did is we broke down the concept. We said, okay, cool. Is this kind of concept is this a Posduif concept? Can this work with Posduif? No. Okay, cool. Keep it here. That can be used for other artists. and then we got all the Posduif content we liked, and then the other ones we liked. So now, for instance, Kalahari Ferrari that Rikus just brought out, we came up with that concept in Kalali when we were thinking of concepts for Posduif.
Right.
So when Rikus came to write with Hichu and I, were like, well, we got this concept, it could work. You know, concept's super important.
It is, otherwise you also get stuck with, because you've got your own ideas, and you keep on writing songs about the same subject matter, and it's nice to jy weet, dan skryf jy heeltyd oor.
Ja, en dit gee ook vir die gaan dit 'n vinniger song, gaan dit 'n stadige song, gaan dit diep wees, gaan dit dull wees.
You're writing a ballad on this one?
Nee, I'm done.
We got one kind of ballad.
Have you got a ballad?
It's Kalford Kinders, it's kind of ballady. We don't have like any like I love you baby,
I love you.
You broke my heart you bitch. No, we don't have
That's a nice song, I like it, I'm going to try it.
You ruined my life.
You ruined my life.
You could do
Where's my car?
Where's my car?
And this is a subject you come up with when you're writing music together, so it's good that you actually went and...
but the writing thing is funny, eh? Like, you put guys into a room and it's just... Actually, every writing session I'm in, it's always just... It's actually... The jokes that are thrown around, it's just...
Ja, cool as jy goed probeer.
You're trying to rhyme things all the time.
Dis ek presies dit. Ja. Dis dit raak baie van. Die val is kyk. Dis baie van.
It's not the serious thing where you're writing music.
Wel dit baie keer
Let's all create a...
Ons was al dat ons gaan drink 'n dop by 'n pel en dan begin die idees ek en hy het actually een van die houer vir my geheim wat die een van die nuwe liedjies op die album is. So by 'n pel vir my se huis in Stellenbosch gestop en soos in die driveway toe Koos wat van hierdie idee. Toe dan saam toe gesit en kyk, sê ons eventually ons sien jou later.
Because jy dan nou kom die idee.
We actually got him to write with us.
Yeah,
okay, just sit here, we're going to start writing right now at your house. And then he was like sitting there, he got involved. It's like, this is really cool. This is fun.
But it's amazing to be in that frame of mind because sometimes music comes to you when you know, some of the most beautiful music's been written just, you know, in a dream. Do you have a notebook next to your bed?
Some songs, I just use a lot of it. My phone is full of voice notes. If you're driving, sing,
It's me again.
If you're driving and you got a melody, come up, sing it into your phone. They've got loads of voice notes like that.
Because you forget it.
You will forget it.
Ja. Selfs wanneer jy skryf, jy kan soos 'n melody sing, praat vir 3 sekondes.
Dan sit soos wat was dit?
Wat was daai een presies dat ek het geland? So
but yeah, it's all part of the job. It's fun. We have lots of fun doing it.
And I'm excited to see a Rubber Duc DJing with a flash drive. I think that's going to be exciting.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
Fascinating that the band members are swapped around between the two projects.
Jy moet 'n show kom kyk.
Ek gaan die show kom kyk. I definitely am. When's the next show? Well, I'll just watch your website.
Oh, please, I'm
Rubber
so bad at
Duc
the websites.
And Posduif.
Yeah.
Baie mense kan jou naam sien in Engels seker. They go Posduif.
Posduif.
It's like a Posduif.
Posduif.
Dis Posduif. Ja, dit was ons eerste episode.
Amazing.
So ek's baie honoured to speak to you.
Awesome, thank you for
Thanks,
having
Boland.
us.
Nick Jordaan.
Yeah, thank you.
And you've got an hour with DVCom tools so you can explain to you exactly how to set up your transverse and hybrid hit.
Dankie.
Nice.
And I hope you enjoy it.
Awesome.
You guys must rock on.
Cool.
Absolutely.
I think we're gonna that gift. Thank you guys. It's probably gonna be used at Muse Studios.
Yeah,
Yes.
thanks.
So yeah, that'll be awesome.
You guys come across as really cool, I've got to say.
Thank
You
you.
look different than in your music videos. And I'm
We
glad
look
you're having
different.
fun.
Yeah,
We
definitely
you look
different.
prettier in your
Different.
music
Brand new
videos.
I actually, honestly,
lighting?
guys, this moustache.
JP, maybe we need more lighting next time.
We're better looking at our music videos.
This
than
You actually better look.
This pedophile look, I promise you right now, it was a mistake. It was a
What is with
mistake.
the moustache? I wanted to ask
No,
you
they
because
always,
it's now
I like
December.
outfits.
No, so I
And what's with the
literally.
pull? Is you're wearing pull
So this
earrings.
is actually this is
Why
my
are you wearing
grand's
pull-
this is my grand's earring and this is
Okay.
my mom's earring. Yeah, so I wear
Ek wil
them.
net daarby dis
What is it with you guys and the 2 earrings? That's what I'm asking George
Well,
Michael.
what's about yours and your
Okay,
3
just tell me
earrings?
before I
Sorry?
let you go write your song.
Here
What
it
is
is.
it with you sit here? Look, I'm wearing 2 earrings.
He's wearing 3, believe it or not.
You wearing 3.
Yeah, where's
Is
this
it-
thing?
Ek weet
Okay.
Ja, so Hy weet goed dit daar. Die hoeveelheid keer.
Now everyone's going to watch Posduif and wondering where is that other earring for? Hoe kom jy dit weer oor balle aan?
Ek het nie klaar look. Ek dink
Wat werk jy met daai oorballe aan of moet jy dit uittrek?
ek het twee personalities wat uit is of in is dan.
Yeah. He's actually a really successful businessman. To be honest with you.
Maar dan kan jy dit mos
And he
nou
does
opdra.
music too. So when he's not in
Yes.
Posduif mode, the earrings are out, suits it up. Yeah,
It's lekker om
so
daai to have that secret life that's
it's
not
like Superman,
secret.
except when he gets out of his suit,
You
he
are-
gets fucked.
You are Clark Kent.
Ja, dis
You are not Clark Kent.
Dis hoorie so ek se stap in board meetings en
Ja.
en ons
So what's julle? Hallo James, what's julle?
Ja.
Dis nie James.
So-
James Posduif.
my ja, ek voel ek is in venture capital betrokke in
Ja.
tech en finance
Ja.
en goed en so ek het al ons het 'n interview geskiet by
He's actually got a big investor in Mavericks.
Oh, okay. So Posduif, what we get from this very
joking, I'm
insightful
So you
interview,
get back to your pill
So that
earring.
you
Hy probeer die aandag van die
have
pill earring.
piercings and you got a Maverick.
Yeah, you know.
Are you talking, you projecting?
Ja, hy's projecting.
Projecting.
Hy's projecting.
No, it's joking, man. Yeah.
So, ja.
Ja, so ons het hierdie interview geskiet by
I just want to film you when you're writing music.
It's like this, pretty
All of a
much.
sudden when you hear the saxophone bursting, you know it's next to
Yeah.
you. No, let's just put it in there.
Yeah.
Terug by die
Terug by die-
so ek waar ek so suit in tyd na 'n board meeting gegaan het met 'n baie groot government kliënt van ons.
Ja.
En na die tyd by een van die dodgy shopping centers stop en my jeans goed in die bak kom en gaan verander oor hulle in interview uit
Ja.
also weer suit dan met die minister gaan ontmoet. So dis 'n
Ja.
baie dis twee baie verskillende lewens, maar dit is cool, dis lekker om albei te kan doen.
Jy klere in jou boot.
Nie nou nie.
Ja, want jy
Maar,
weet nooit
ja.
wat gaan gebeur nie. Do you have clothes in your boot?
Not
I
now.
always have something in my boot. You never know.
Does this look
Yeah.
like somebody that
No,
worries about
it
the way they
actually
dress?
doesn't.
Guys, man, I will show you. Check out. I want to show you quickly.
Mm.
These are one of a kind Boonop pants, just to let you know. They are. They
Shows off the
Bird-
piercings.
they're the
What?
only black ones that they've created. They made for me because I was like, guys, I really need
Okay.
black Boonop pants. I love Boonop pants. I love them.
is
They're-
Boonop?
Boonop's like it's the Afrikaans brand. Like it's
Oh.
normally khaki and stuff.
Lekker.
And they're very like I don't know when they're launching, and I hope they do. But I just thought I'd show you. So
And
I
the
always wear
t-shirt
Boonop pants.
and the gold chain.
No, this is just an old shirt.
Okay, and the gold
Yeah.
chain, is that also
You can
history?
see though.
This is yeah.
Is that?
This was my mother's old gold
Oh.
chain.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And the grandmother and the
Grandmother is no longer here.
yeah.
Mum, who lost the other one.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
no.
think
And the
it's
nose there.
I think it's
The nose ring was a dare.
okay.
The shaved beard was a mistake.
Yes.
I chose the wrong clipper size.
Okay.
I was trying to
Maybe you
trim it
should
with a
ask,
new razor and I
James
shaved
to-
my whole
Because
beard
James
off.
has got a very nice thing happening here. So maybe you can go and ask James for that. Okay. And
Wait, wait, between those two earrings.
I don't know what's happening with
Okay.
those two earrings.
Yeah.
Because you've got a story in that one? This one? What is
This one was just one of my when I was young.
Oh.
The
Okay.
first one.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, it is.
That was very like and do you take your earrings off, James, as jy net afspraak as jy
As
afspraak
ek
het?
as ek meetings
Cool.
het. Ja.
Well, that's amazing. I like this double
Yeah,
life that
just-
you're both living. No, not
Yeah.
you.
No.
But
No.
James. Thank you for bringing some stability to Nick Jordaan's life and vice
There you go.
versa.
Yeah.
I can see you're very good friends. And,
We are.
And
We just drink too much.
you do.
Yeah.
We've got a number for that, and I will put it at the bottom of the video.
They said we should
People-
get a
Thank you.
sponsor and we got
I'm not-
Olafberg.
Yeah.
Why do you guys always get alcohol sponsors? Now you've got,
is true.
you've actually got
That is true.
a real sponsor from GB Comtools. What does the
Thank
P
you.
stand for? I'm not going to ask, guys. It was great. Drop
Okay.
that. Thank
Bye,
you
bye,
very much,
dank u.
James Boland.
Was lekker
Nick
geweest.
Jordaan, you.
Thank you.
Absolute pleasure.
Thank
and you
you.
guys rock.
It was fun. Thanks for having us.
Dis julle.
Cheers.